Before we get started here in lesson 6, I want to go back and talk about some of the words we see in our word problems. We're talking right now still about addition. Addition means plus, to put together or to combine the numbers. We'll see phrases like will there be, will you have. We'll be talking about number sentences. A number sentence is when you have numbers and symbols that tell you what to do. So we'll keep talking about building those number sentences and the phrases that we've talked about before that are not new to lesson 6 include that how many or how many are there, and that word altogether. Altogether means that combined group. So let's get started here at lesson 6. If you know today's date, please write that down right here. If you can practice writing your name, it's good practice to make sure you have practiced your beautiful handwriting. So directions for number 1, write each number sentence below, then answer each question. Here's the space for the number sentence. Here's the space for the answer. Do you notice how they gave you labels for 2? And you have to figure out the labels for 2 all by yourself. All right, let's just do one to make sure we know what we're doing. If you buy 4 more boxes, how many boxes are there? Here's that phrase, how many are there? What are we talking about? Boxes. Do you see how that is our label? Boxes, there it is. Okay, so they're not telling you how many you start with. They're relying on you using the picture and counting them. That's how they got this number. If you buy 4 more boxes, here's 4 more, they're combining them. They're putting them all together. And this is how you create your number sentence. 2 boxes plus, because we're still doing addition, 4 boxes, there they are. So I can look at the 4 and count on 4, 5, 6 equals 6 boxes. The answer, 6 boxes. I know it's written here. I want you to practice writing it. It's really, really helpful. Okay, you can see 3 flowers in the vase. You see the number 3 here. Listen to the sentence. If you put in 2 more flowers, how many flowers are there? There's that how many, and here's the are there. They dropped the word altogether, but it still means the same thing. So we have 3 flowers plus 1, 2 more. So we have 3 flowers plus 2 flowers equals 3, 4, 5. 5 flowers. What do you think you need to write here? The sum. That answer goes here. 5, and then trace that word to practice your handwriting. The reason we practice handwriting is so that other people can read what we're thinking. If nobody else can read it, it's like you didn't do it. So make sure you really work on that handwriting so others can see your thinking. Okay, this one, we have how many candies? If your mother gives you 3 more candies, how many candies will you have? Okay, so what's that number sentence? Write it down and then I'll show you. So you should have 4 candies to start with because they drew you 4. And then you need to draw 3 more to help you out. I'm just going to draw circles. I could put the little wrapper on each end so they look a little bit the same. But math is always quick picks. Math is not a detailed, beautiful picture. So it's okay if they're a little bit messy. Okay? So if I have 4, and I'm combining, it says the mother gives you 3 more. So that means you're combining them. And then you can do the math sentence. Did you already get the answer? 4, 5, 6, 7. The answer needs to be a 7. And what? What's that label going to be? Remember, they said they're giving us 3 more candies, and the question asks us, how many candies? So we need to write that word, CANDIES. Always include your label. Try to do this one by yourself. I'll read these words. If 4 more turtles come to the beach, how many turtles will there be? Pause the video, come up with your answer, and then check your work. Okay, so I did all the parts here. Let's check and see if you have it. My number sentence is 3 plus 4 equals 7. Do you have that part? The answer should be 7 turtles. So I have 3 turtles. Here's my 4 more that come to the beach. How many turtles will there be? There is my label right there in my question. The label is always in the question. All right, let's look at number 2. Write each number sentence below, then answer each question. Okay, so I'm going to read the first one, and then you're going to try to do the rest, and then check your work. So let's do number 1 together. 4 cars are parked. 3 more cars parked. How many cars are there in total? Total means all together, right? So total and altogether are new ways of saying, right, the same thing. So we have 4 and 3. Here's that number sentence. They just use the workspace to write the number sentence. 4 plus 3 equals 4, 5, 6, 7. What's the answer going to be? 7 cars. They use the funny A. I just use the regular. You can just change it, okay? All right? I will read the sentences for you. Then I'm going to pause the video and we'll check the work. So first listen to the sentences. 5 birds are eating food. 2 more birds come. How many birds are there in total? 6 children are in the playground. 2 more children come to play. How many children are there in total? You have 7 pencils. If I give you 2 pencils, how many total pencils will you have? There are 3 dogs eating. If 2 more dogs come and eat, how many total dogs will be eating? There are 4 apples on the table. If your mother puts 5 more apples on the table, how many total apples will be on the table? So I've read through the sentences. It's time for you to pause the video, go back to the birds, and see if you can come up with your number sentence and your answers. Okay, it's time to check your work. So if you forgot to pause your video, pause it and finish it. Let's check the work. So here we have our number sentence, 4 plus 3 equals 7, and our answer, 7 cars. Where did we get that word cars from? Right here in the question. How many cars? Okay, number 2. 5 plus 2 equals 7. 5 and 2. Our answer, 7 birds. How do we know it was birds? How many birds? It's in the question. Number 3. 6 plus 2 equals 8. What's our answer? 8 children. How did I know it was children? Because it's right here in the answer. 7 pencils and 2 pencils. That gives us a number sentence of 7 plus 2 equals 9. What's our answer? 9 pencils. How did I know it was pencils? It's in the question. They just add this word total, but how many total pencils? 9 pencils. You could write 9 total pencils, but that seems weird and a lot of work. 3 plus 2 equals 5 is the number sentence. The answer is 5 dogs. Here's that answer word right in the question. 4 plus 5 equals 9 is our number sentence. Answer is 9 apples. Where did I find apples? Right after how many total apples? If your work looks like mine, give yourself 100%. That is hard work to do all of that reading, and I'm very proud of you for sticking with it and finishing it. And that is the end of